for me wasn't really all that I had expected it to be, so it was really nice to go ahead, you know, the invitation was there. It was like kind of like a second chance, you know, and I was really excited, and, you know, ever since then, it's been, you know, the main thing we've been training for all summer.
He had a goal for a long time, and so once we found out that he was going, then he became very focused, and we had a lot of talks about, you know, what kinds of things we need to do to prepare him training-wise, as far as, you know, how much work we need to do, how much butterfly, how much...
But there are some parts of an event that an athlete can't train for. Swimming in one of the biggest meets of his life, near his hometown, William Keever attracted intense media attention.
Well, media pressure is, I think, part of sports. I don't think that reporters set out to put pressure on people. They set out to cover people, but the very act of covering people builds expectations among the viewers and the readers, and that gets back to the athletes, and they begin to feel pressure. I think in the case of Raleigh's William Keever, here's a guy who is a rising senior in high school, he has not been covered like an Olympian, okay? He's been featured maybe once or twice a year in local papers and on TV, but he's never been covered every day. William can handle it. He thrives on that. But for a lot of these athletes, obviously, it is an adjustment.
On the festival's very first night, William was put to the test in the 50-meter freestyle. Although his time was a personal best, William finished 6th. He was disappointed, but held high hopes for the next night's 100-meter butterfly.
Coming in here, I figured 4.8, 4.9 that we were doing all right. 4.5, what you been, 5.5?
5.7. 5.6.
5.6. Dropped 2 seconds. And yeah.
William Keever had trained for years to live the next 48 seconds of his life. Two racers tied for the gold medal. William Keever finished hundredths of a second behind and took the bronze.
As William succeeds, the attention that he's getting will make him even more successful in the eyes of the viewers and the readers. But of course, if he doesn't succeed, then he's got to deal with that, and it's harder to deal with it when you've been in the spotlight.
Nice to come away with a medal, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all right, you know. I figured if you can win at least a medal, so it's kind of nice at the same time, you know. Ever since I've been selected for the festival, I've kind of had my eyes on the goal, so it's kind of a letdown, and it's kind of nice so to at least get a medal, you know, if you're not going to win the gold.
Soon, the media spotlight would go out, and the endless training sessions would start again. But for now, William could enjoy the attention. He had withstood the pressure, heard the echoing cheers of his family and friends, and we were proud to help him celebrate his medal. For Ray McInnes, there were no TV cameras or reporters. His entry in the 20-kilometer race walk was a personal affair.
I got involved in race walking about 3.5 years ago when I was running. I was in the middle of a 10-mile race and I wasn't having fun. And I said if I finished that race, I would stop running. So I got involved in race walking by being burned out psychologically from running and having a friend who was having fun race walking, and he taught me how to race walk. And so I tried it out, and I liked it. I'm still liking it. Yeah, being 47, I'm excited about being in the big festival because I'll be one of the older athletes, and I'll be competing against people who are 20s and early 30s. And so it's extra special being 47 and being challenged like this, yeah.
The race walk began before dawn. For Ray McInnes, it would last over 2 hours.
Go Ray!
At the 87 tack meet with a time of 1:27:31.
In race walking, form is the key, and the person who has the best style will come out in front. My dream is to become the best race walker this mind and body has in it, and that's the challenge too.
In 11th place, competing for the South from Durham, North Carolina, Ray McInnes.
Finished, so he's not last either. 11th. Better than last year too. So, about 2 years too early.
For 47-year-old Ray McInnes, the festival was a very private triumph, while 17-year-old William Keever performed before the eye of the camera. But both men had been joined in a special moment, a moment we all could share. The festival was successful in attracting its share of the top stars. During the first week, thousands jammed into Raleigh's Candler Swim Club to watch Greg Louganis and Michelle Mitchell win the gold in diving. Los Angeles Olympic gold medal winners Bruce Baumgartner and Mark and Dave Schultz competed in the freestyle wrestling events at North Carolina Central University in Durham. At the Greensboro Coliseum, North Carolinians may have surprised some of our visitors from the north by turning out in record numbers for the ice events. At the Dean Smith Center, even non-Tar Heels were enjoying the games.
It's very exciting to be a spectator. The games have been great, and they've really put on a great performance throughout the entire, right from the opening ceremonies over in Carter Finley Stadium to the ball games here. Everything has just been delightful. North Carolina's done a great job.
I'm a native of North Carolina here in Chapel Hill. I'm real proud of it. I wish I had volunteered. I feel ashamed of myself.
The people are extraordinary. The volunteers are doing a great job. You know, to see Chapel Hill in this area respond, and first of all, they got a lot of energy for volleyball and enthusiasm, and then they're here to help. They're here to do what they can to make this festival just as good as it can be, and people are just doing a tremendous job.
The festival athletes were not the only winners. Visiting officials from the United States Olympic Committee gave gold medal compliments to the festival's local organizers.
Well, I think excellence is about the only word I can use. Everything is very good. Some of the things that attract a lot of attention from the press are doing very, very well. And that, of course, is ticket sales, it's the opening ceremonies, things that go out to the rest of the country. And those are very, very good. We found a surge in ticket sales right after opening ceremonies, and this we think is an indicator that when the opening ceremonies are good, it becomes an even more desirable thing to do, to go to the competitions. And so we've seen some very, very good gates. We're absolutely ecstatic about that.
It is going great. I mean, yesterday I didn't have anything to do, so I went to a competition. I was assured by my boss that I wouldn't get to see anything while I'm here, but the local organizing committee is doing a great job. I can't speak highly enough about them, and they seem to be catching the problems, if there are any, before they get to us. And you know, we're catching a few little things, but basically this is the best run festival that we've ever been involved with.
As the festival went on, attendance records fell one after another. For the women's individual gymnastic events, North Carolina broke not only Olympic festival records, but the crowd of 20,000 plus at the Dean Smith Center was the largest attendance at any gymnastic event ever held in the United States. And the athletes responded. The warm North Carolina crowd and a national television audience were treated to an inspiring show. That day, a new star emerged. 16-year-old Joyce Wilburn had scored a 10 in the vault, the first perfect score in festival history. As Joyce took center stage for her floor exercise, the capacity crowd was ready for another 10.
Unbelievable. I almost want to move to North Carolina. The crowds in Arizona, we can't even get 2,000 people out here to a competition, a national competition, and these crowds are phenomenal. They've been nice to us all week.
So if we had another meet here, you definitely want to come back?
I'd be the first one here.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.